All right, so this is going to be the solution to your exercise 16. It says you work for the Bank of Tawara. The bank sends all spreadsheets containing recent transactions in an encrypted form. You will decrypt a spreadsheet which holds 76 transactions over a 5-day period for one client. Each transaction on the completed spreadsheet must display only the date, bank sort code, account number, credit, and debit columns. You must use the most efficient method. All work must be professional standard, suit this business context. And this is portrait A4 and so on and so forth. So we ignore it. Point number 1, using suitable spreadsheet software, open and examine the file 186 encrypted.csv. So let's open 186. This is our file. We'll just best fit our data. Save this as a spreadsheet called decrypt, followed by your center number, then your candidate number, for example, like this. So you have to save this CSV in Excel workbook. So you go to file, we click on save as, click on browse. This needs to be decrypt underscore your center number underscore your candidate number. And the save as type is going to be Excel workbook. You always save your spreadsheets in Excel workbook so that your functions are retained. If you save your file in CSV, only the values will be retained. The functions will not be accessible. Okay, so it says insert 4 new rows at the top of the spreadsheet. So we'll select the first row. In the home tab, we click on insert 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next, place the contents of 186 title.csv into the cells B2 to L3. So we'll open up the other file, which is the title file. We'll just take the data, Control C to copy, come back to our previous file, and we have to paste it in B2 to L3. So we select B2 and we just click on paste and then best fit your data. So this is how it looks. Okay. Now it says merge the cells B2 to L2 into a single cell formatted as the title, at least 24 points sans serif font. So B2 to L2 will select the cells and we are to merge them. So in the home tab, we have merge and center. We click that. Best fit your data again. This is how it looks. This needs to be at least 24 points. So we select that particular cell, set the font size to 24, and the text needs to be sans serif, which means Microsoft sans serif. Done. Next. Aiza, question? Okay. कि देखो ये font क्या है? This is also sans serif. The font is called Calibri. The font size is 24 points. Okay. So this is actually occupying some width or some area on our spreadsheet. True. If I change the font to Microsoft sans serif, notice the change in the size of the font itself. It's a bit larger. Although I did not change the size, I just changed the font. So every font is occupying a particular space, right? And the recommended font by Cambridge is Microsoft Sans Serif whenever they ask you to change it to sans serif. And when you want to specify it in serif, then it needs to be Times New Roman. So if someone told you that whenever sans serif is the requirement, you need to change it to Arial, that is wrong. Okay. So point number 2, for each transaction, use a formula to extract the first digit and place this in the transmitted check digit column. So we have the transmitted check digit column. We are to extract the first digit from here. Okay, which function equals to left of this, and we take out one character. One year. Okay. So this is 8. I'm just gonna write down the numbers, or let's say the characters we are going to utilize during our execution. So I have consumed right now one character as of now. Next, the next 6 digits, and display these as the bank sort code. So bank sort code, we are to display the next 6 digits. Okay. For example, if the digits are 240912, the bank sort code would be displayed as 24-09-12. So it is not simply just 6 characters. You are to join the hyphens along with it. Now, in order to do this, the function that we're going to go with is mid of this text. Starting number 2, because 1 is already consumed. So starting from 2, we take out 2 characters first. Then we join the hyphen. Then we apply mid again onto this. Starting number 4, we take out 2 characters. Then again we join the hyphen. And last of all, we again apply mid to extract the last 2 characters, which is going to be starting from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2. Do we get this? So when we enter, this is the bank sort code. How many characters have I consumed? 1 plus 6 is 7. All right. कहता जी, the next 9 digits and display these as the 9-digit account number. Where's the account number? This is the account number. We are to extract 9 digits. The function that we're going to apply again is going to be mid of A5. Starting number is what? 8. And we take out 9 digits. Press enter. Do we multiply this by 1? Account number. Yeah, it says account number, but we do not multiply this by 1. Why? Because this, look at the first entry that we took out. It has a leading 0. Yeah, so if you multiply this by 1, the 0 is going to be ignored. It will be converted to number, but the 0 is no more there. So the account number needs to be of 9 digits, not 8. So in order to avoid this, we are just going to leave it as it is. This is our account number. One आपको समझ आए? The next 8 digits. Okay, so how many have we consumed? 9. 9 plus 7 is what? 16. Okay. Next 8 digits, and display these in the date digits column. Date digits is basically this. Again, we're going to apply mid of A5. The starting number is going to be 17, and we take out 8 digits. Got it? So this is our 8 digits. 8 more. So we have consumed 24. Next. The next character, and display this in the transaction column. Transaction column is where? This is the transaction column. So equals to mid again of A5. We take out one character, which is basically the 25th character. We've already consumed 24 characters. So we have to extract the next character. So that is C. How many have we consumed? 25. Okay. Next up, any other digits, and place these in the working to column. अब यहाँ भी क्या करना है? यहाँ पे हमें करना ये है कि जितने भी अब remaining number of digits हैं, they are to be placed in working to column. So over here we are to display the remaining number of characters. How can we do this? हाँ जी. Right. Very good. So basically, technically, what it means is if I just add a new column equals to length of these characters. So you can see the total length of all the entries are different. लेकिन इस चीज में एक कॉमन है, एक सब में ना एक चीज कॉमन है, वो क्या है कि हमने सब में से 25 कैरेक्टर्स कंज्यूम किए हुए अभी तक. So if I just subtract 25 from it, these are the remaining number of characters from each cell. ठीक है? And these are basically 4, 6, ranging from 5, 7, random. These are the characters we are to consider from the right hand side now, because they are the remaining characters. So हम क्या कर सकते हैं? We can just apply right of A5. How many number of characters? These are the remaining number of characters from this function. So when we press enter, this is what we get. ठीक है? वानी समझ आई? Okay, so I'm just going to cut this and I am going to place it in the working 2 column and probably take away this column that we added. ठीक हो गया जी? Now, another thing was that के अच्छा शायद वो आगे cover हो जाएगी. So let's move on to point number 3. Place a formula in column C to display the date of each transaction. Column C, date of transaction. What do we have to do? The date is held in column B as digits in the form DD MM 4Ys. Column B के अंदर date है with the format DD MM 4Ys. First 2 digits refers to the date, the next refers to the month, the last 4 refers to the year. They are held in date digits column. Fine. So display this date so that if the cell in B column contains 12/01/2018, the date should be displayed as 12 January 2018. This should be the format and we are to use the function. ठीक है? Format इसका ये होना चाहिए, but we are to use a function, a formula. First of all, we need to convert these date digits into a date. ठीक है? Right now, the extraction that we did is through mid. That means that this is in the text format. And we are not going to change it into the number format. Again, the reason is the same. It might have a leading 0. ठीक है? तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम लगाएंगे पहले function कौन सा? Equals to date. Bracket open. It says first mention the year. The year is basically the last 4 digits. So last 4 digits are going to be from the right of B5 starting or the number of characters 4. So that will be a year, month. Month is going to be the mid of B5. Starting from the 3rd character, we need 2 characters. Then we put a comma. The last parameter is that we need to specify the day. The day is basically the first 2 digits. That is basically the left of B5. Take out 2 characters. And we press enter. So you can see that the date is actually extracted, but it's not in the correct format. Reason being, because this was text. So it is not able to, transform or translate into a date format actually. समझ आती है इस बात की? अब हमें क्या करना है? हम इसको फॉर्मेट में चेंज करना है. But we are not going to use the format cells option. We are going to use the function to do it. अब if you want the date to be in a specific format, जो कि desired format ये है, ये desired format. So desired format हमारा क्या है? DD. Then we need the full form of the month, which is 4Ms, and then full form of the year, which is 4Ys. So this is our desired format. हम क्या करेंगे? हम इसी फंक्शन के ऊपर टेक्स्ट अप्लाई करें. ठीक है? टेक्स्ट has two parameters. One is value. The value is taken out from this function. Fine, comma. Now the format of the text. Format of the text needs to be in the speech marks because it is text. So the format is double T space 4Ms space 4Ys and speech marks close. You press enter, you get the desired format of the date. Do we all get this? मेरू आपको समझ आई? चलें आगे. Next is question number 4. Place a formula in the calculated check digit column to calculate a single digit check sum by adding all the digits in the account number column and extracting the last digit from this total. क्या requirement है? Transmitted check, we have to find out the calculated check digit. What's the requirement? दोबारा पढ़ो. Place a formula in the calculated check digit column to calculate a single digit check sum by adding all the digits in the account number column and extracting the last digit from this total. What does it mean? It means कि हमारे account number में कितने digits हैं? 9. We need to add all those 9 digits, whatever the total is, उसका last character हमें यहाँ पे extract करना. Now, if this is my account number, the total would be 1 plus 9, 10, 15, 17, 27, and 11, 38. So that total is 38. अगर मैं इन 9 digits को total करूं तो हमारा total 38 आता है. उसका last digit मुझे चाहिए. So right लग जाए. ठीक है. But the first of all, we need to extract and add all these digits. Yeah. So what? हाँ, लेकिन add तो कर सकते हैं ना. कैसे कर सकते हैं? How can I add each individual number together? Find the total. What do you think? मुझे एक बात बताएं. Can I extract each individual digit on its own by applying left, mid और right? एक एक digit extract हो सकता है. उनको आपस में प्लस कर सकते हैं.
It says that zero is like even if it's text, would it affect the answer?
How?
It wouldn't.
No.
So why can't it is?
No, but the account number, it holds a value now. My account number with a particular bank starts with 0028. Now 0028 is important because that's the branch code. So account number में leading zeros होते हैं.
इसी उसमें करना है.
हाँ. So calculated check digit के लिए हमने कहा कि we need to extract each individual digit first and then add them up. ठीक है. तो हम first digit निकालते हैं by putting in left of E5, we take out one character. Then we add the second character, which is by mid E5, starting from 2, we take out one character. हाँ जी. No. Sum एक सेल का करेगा ना, sum के लिए रेफरेंस आएगा. So all the digits are basically present in one cell. We need to extract each one digit individually and then add them up. ठीक है. अच्छा. So this is my second digit, right? Third के लिए भी यही function इस्तेमाल होगा mid का. So this is my third, this is my fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. 9 के लिए right लगा लो, mid भी लगा सकते हैं. Okay. So this is 2, this is going to be 3, this is going to be 4, this is going to be 5, this is going to be 6, then we have 7, then we have 8. And last of all, we're going to add the right of E5, we take out one character. Now, if I've done the process right, the answer should be 38. True? Now I need to extract the last digit. From this function, I need to extract the last digit. Last digit कैसे निकलेगा? Right of this whole process, we take out comma, one character. Do we get this? Press enter. What should be the answer? 8. अच्छा, आपने एक चीज नोट की है ज़ारा एंड मिना, जब हमने ये सारा टोटल किया, ऐड किया, तो आंसर हमारा आया 38. दैट इज बेसिकली व्हाट? अ नंबर और अ टेक्स्ट. A number. And the moment I apply right on top of this function and extract the last digit, which is 1, it is shifted back to text. Because right से क्या होता है? Right की extraction से text format में convert होता है. ठीक है? Although mid लग रहा था सारा, वो भी text में convert कर रहा था, but जो plus था वो उसको number में convert कर रहा था. ठीक है? So when we applied right in the last, so that also converted back into text. Now, point number 5, place formula in the working 1 column to compare the transmitted check digit. If the two data items for each transaction do not match, indicate that there is an error. Test the formula for each transaction and correct the transmitted check digit for that row. So this is carrying 3 marks. Requirement क्या? In what? Working 1. Working 1 is this. हमने क्या करना है? हमने इसको और इसको कंपेयर करना है. Transmitted check digit, calculated check digit. We need to compare it. If they are equal, then we should do nothing. But if they are not, we should display error. Right? How can we do this? If. So equals to if this cell is equals to this cell. If it is equal, then do nothing. Blank. And if not, then got this? जब मैं एंटर करूंगा तो यहाँ पे ब्लैंक आएगा, एरर आएगा, ब्लैंक. ठीक. और उसने ये भी कहा, कहते हैं टेस्ट द फॉर्मूला फॉर ईच ट्रांजैक्शन एंड करेक्ट द ट्रांसमिटेड चेक डिजिट फॉर दैट रो. So technically they want us to replicate it now. So all these functions that we have applied, I will just replicate them. Once replicated, I need to check my working 1 column. If there is an error, which is here, as you can see that 6 is not equals to 4 and the rest of them are same. So transmitted check digit, calculated check digit. How can I fix the error so that the error does not appear? उसने ये कहा है ना कि you need to test the formula for each transaction and correct the transmitted check digit for that row. So transmitted check digit ये है for that row 6. Transmitted check digit कहाँ से आया? It came from the left of A5 or let's say A38, and we are basically considering only one character. So technically the first character is the transmitted check digit. अब उसको मैं क्या करूं कि वो सेम हो जाए? So I'll just go over to my encrypted data and replace this 6 with 4, because that will extract 4 as my transmitted check digit, and that will be equals to my calculated check digit. So when I press enter, this becomes 4, this is equal, and the error is gone. पहली बात कि एग्जाम में उसने कहा है कि ट्रांसमिटेड चेक डिजिट में चेंज लेके आना, और दूसरी बात के अकाउंट नंबर में चेंज क्यों आएगा? मतलब जो आपका कैलकुलेटेड चेक डिजिट है वो एक्चुअली क्या है? वो आपके अकाउंट नंबर की एडिशन नहीं है। सो दैट मीन्स कि मुझे अकाउंट नंबर को चेंज करना पड़ेगा। अकाउंट नंबर तो चेंज नहीं होता। ठीक है? सो ट्रांसमिटेड चेक डिजिट इज बेसिकली वन which needed to be changed, and we have done that. Now, say evaluate the use of this function and the method of correction used in question number 5. You're not supposed to answer any explanation. However, the explanation to this is the use of this function. This is like inefficient because this does not apply to all. It is only applied to just one. ठीक है? This is A levels. This is an A level paper. आते आते. So you just have to explain it in your own words, right? Point number 7 says automatically display the value of each transaction in either credit or debit column. The transaction column must be used and the value held in the working to column is the value of each transaction in cents. So there are 100 cents in a dollar. The letters C and D in the transaction column represents credit and debit. यहाँ पे उसकी क्या requirement है? यहाँ पे उसकी ये requirement है कि you need to display the value in the credit and debit columns. ठीक? Which value? The working to value. Based on what? The transaction. The C represents credit, D represents debit. Okay. So ये वाली जो value है 4251 should be displayed in credit or debit? Credit. So we are basically displaying the value based on our transaction type. So equals to if this cell is equals to C, which means credit, then display this value, right? Otherwise display what? Nothing. So blank. Enter. And this also needs to be converted to a number now because this is going to be considered as a number. What about debit? Equals to if again, if this transaction column is equals to D, then display the value in the debit column. Otherwise, don't display anything and convert this into a number. Equals to, wait, yeah. Why? Let me apply value over this. Okay, let's change this to a number then. This worked here, but didn't work there. So let me multiply this by 1. I think I missed the point. Okay, yeah. So if the transaction is equals to D, then we display this value over here. Otherwise, it's going to be blank. Done. Now we can replicate this and we can also replicate this. However, I missed a point. What is that? Question mark. What did I miss? 100 cents. This value needs to be divided by 100 to convert this into a dollar. So we divide J5 by 100 to make it a dollar. And then we are going to replicate this. Previously, at the start of the paper, they also said that all the currencies are to be displayed in dollars with 2 decimal places. So yes, you can format these as currency and you shift this to two decimal places. Done. Replace the text A and B with appropriate dates and apply appropriate formatting to your spreadsheet. Save your spreadsheet. Can you tell me कि in brackets को क्या कहते हैं? These pointy brackets. Crocodile? Crocodile? You said crocodile? Huh? अच्छा फिर क्या कहते हैं? Smaller than and lesser than and greater than sign. अच्छा काफी इंटरेस्टिंग रिप्लाईज मिले थे मुझे स्टूडेंट से. Crocodile, alligator, these are called chevrons. ठीक. हाँ. Chevron. As funny as it may sound, पेपर में एक दफा ये लिखा हुआ था. Replace this text within the chevron. बच्चे सोच रहे हैं कौन सा text? Because they did not write alligator or crocodile, they couldn't understand. So these are called chevrons. ठीक है. अच्छा जी, अब इसके अंदर हमने कहा करना है. प्रीवियसली हमें उसने सिनेरियो जो बताया वो ये बताया कि जी ये holds 76 transaction over a 5-day period for one client. One client is this. Transactions for account number this. ठीक. Between what? 5-day transactions. Between obviously dates होंगी. Dates हमारे पास कहाँ पे हैं? Yeah. So 14th Jan से लेके 19th Jan तक की transactions है. So we have to replace the text. And we are going to replace the text. Let me zoom out. So we are going to replace this 14th of Jan, 14th Jan, or let's say you can type it like this, 2018, and 19th Jan 2018. Since they did not specify any particular format, which is why I'm typing it like this. Okay, any particular format that you can use. Okay, ji. Explain in no more than 200 words what encryption is and why banks use encrypted data. Again, if you go through your chapter 1 theoretical chapter, encryption is there. There are two types. One is symmetric and one is asymmetric. ठीक है. Encryption क्या होता है? To convert the text into cipher text so that it is not understandable. ठीक है. So in order to decrypt, you need to apply certain methods to decrypt your message. So you have to explain this in 200 words and write this in your evidence document. Point number 10 says create a new spreadsheet that looks like this. I think you can format it and write the text. In B4, restrict the data entry so that only a date between 1st of Jan and today's date can be entered. Display an appropriate error message if incorrect data is entered. So what do? We create a new spreadsheet or new worksheet. The Bank of Tawara. The Bank of Tawara. Then we have the Ethical Global Bank, the Ethical Global Bank. And over here it says statement date. Spread over 3 cells, so these are basically merged. Ethical Global Bank is also merged. Statement date is fine, these are merged. And we apply borders to it. So we select the data, we select all borders, and we can also define the thickness of the borders. ठीक. After doing this, we are just going to best fit our data. So this seems to be in a larger font and bold. So let's say 24. No, 24 is too much. Let's say 18. And this seems to be italic. This also is italic. So we specify italic for both. And the text needs to be Microsoft Sans Serif. ठीक है. यहाँ पे उसने कहा है B3, oh no, B4. So B4 is basically this cell now. This needs to be restricted so that the dates between 1st of Jan and today's date can be entered. Display an appropriate error message if incorrect data is entered. In order to apply the data validation, we go to data and we click on data validation. Data validation based on the date. Between what? The starting date is 01/01/2018. End date, which is today's date. Do we type the date? Automatic. So what can we do? Do I write today's date is 29? So do I just write 29/01/2025? Is that so? Whenever I'm going to open it up, if I open this spreadsheet tomorrow, so it has to update. So what do we do? Today's function. So equals to today. Okay. Appropriate error message डाल लोगे, right? I would say the title is going to be invalidate. So you may only enter dates from 01/01/2018 and today's date. Not from, I would say between. Do we get this? We click on OK. You want to try it out? Tomorrow is going to be 30th. So 30th/01/ not 01, 10/2025. Okay. But if I open this up tomorrow, that date is going to be included. If I enter today's date, so 29/01/2025, press enter, you don't get any error. That means today function works. Okay. So this was the solution to your exercise 16.